Mrs. Pekarova Adamova, how do you see a position of Bosnia and Herzegovina in her way to membership in the European Union?
I think nowadays you have a great news for your citizens, because you are making new steps in this path, and of course it's up to your country to fulfill all the requirements, and of course it's always not unconditioned, but at the same time it's a great progress for you. So I think the EU perspective is here, and it's just up to your country to fulfill and to make another steps on this path.
How Czech Republic can help on this path, not just Bosnia and Herzegovina, but also the other Western Balkan countries?
We as a country always advocate for Western Balkans, and it's a great tradition in our politics and diplomacy that we used to be, and we still are, big advocates of enlargement of EU. So this is the first part of our help. But secondly, we can as well help bilaterally, and we are doing that. For example, the Czech Parliament has many partnerships with countries in Balkan, and Western Balkan countries are cooperating with our parliament on many issues, technical issues, on legislation and exchange of all the experience. Because we still remember very well how tough it was for us to fulfill the requirements, and how to make legislature according to EU standards. So you can help you in this way, and we are doing that. And I think that this cooperation is beneficial for both sides, and it's very excellent.
There is a sense that the European Union is tired of unfulfilled promises coming from Bosnia and Herzegovina. Are there any mechanisms that EU can establish to ensure that Bosnia remains serious about its intentions to be part of the European Union?
Again, first of all, it's up to your country to be able to continue in the process and use all measures or methods how to do so. We are providing as country, for example, our funds and grants for your country. It's a wide range of projects where, for example, universities are involved, scholarships, of course, other places are cooperating in many other projects. So I think there is always a chance to show this money helped us to, transform our country and transform, for example, our cities and institutions. And this is really helpful for people to show that there is a will. Of course, according to our values, which we share, I guess, I am sure, democracy, freedom and prosperity are the basic values. And we have to work on rule of law and judiciary. Of course, human rights are involved in this process as well. So for us, it's very important to see that you share the same attitude, the same active, proactive attitude to these values. And you are not only having them on the paper, but you are actively acting according to them. So this is the same for our countries as well. We try to do our best when it comes to our citizens and rule of law and human rights, because at the end of the day, this is how we express our attitude to life, and life is on the top priority, our top value.
Given that Russia has its supporters in Bosnia and Herzegovina, mainly Milorad Dodik, president of entity Republika Srpska, is Bosnia and Herzegovina in danger of sliding more towards Russia than the European Union?
I would say you have to ask those who think that EU has another alternative to show what is the alternative, how it looks like, to describe it to the detail. And I think then you can see the difference. EU is really about prosperity. And I'm sure that you have many citizens who are living in EU countries. Actually, I know many Bosnians who are living in the Czech Republic. So they can quite easily describe what's life in EU, what's going on there, and how they, of course, it's not easy to everyone, but how they can live there, make their living, and so on. And the alternative, Russia, I don't think that many people are emigrating to Russia, actually, and using Russian products or such. So for me, it's about such simple things and such simple details where you can easily compare the life, and all this is connected with politics as well. So, of course, it's your inner topic, but these alternatives should be described.
Is it possible, and how, to offer an alternative to rising populist movements, especially the ones that are supporting Islamophobia and anti-immigrant movements?
It's always the challenge everywhere in the world, and we can see how easily you can spread fake news, disinformation, propaganda. It's working, and it's worth it because it's quite cheap for all those who can use this method. So we as well in our country are facing this phenomena, and we have to deliver. As Democrats, we have to deliver to people, and democracy should deliver in decision making. Just better life and prosperity, and as well rights of people. So I'm sure that this challenge is common for both countries, and we can as well share experience. But at the same time, this is really a huge challenge for all the country in all democratic world. So I'm quite sure that this has no easy solution. This is every easy solution is a little bit populistic, because freedom of speech is among top right in a democratic country and in a free world. So we always protect freedom of speech, but on the other side, it's not freedom of hate speech. And you should be aware of this kind of movements who are using Islamophobia, anti-Semitism, other types of xenophobia, which is spread mainly in this social media and websites and other online world.
Mrs. Pekarova Adamova, thank you for your time for Radio Free Europe.
Thank you very much for inviting me.